Now at 11, dog attack. The people injured and bitten, including an IMPD officer.
And we're getting warmer. Today was pretty nice, but you're going to really like tomorrow and the next several days.
Plus, a huge rally at the State House for International Women's Day. How demonstrators say they're helping the next generation of women. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News. We begin tonight with a dog attack that injured 3 women, including a Metro police officer. This was all on the south side of Indianapolis.
I just got bit by the dog and I have to shoot it. Can you start me a supervisor and an ET, please?
Now, this happened around 5:30 at the Brookwood apartment complex near US 31 in Epler. A woman called 911 saying a dog bit her and she needed help. Police say the dog also bit the responding officer and another woman. And during the attack, the officer shot the dog. Both the officer and another victim were taken to the hospital. They are expected to be okay. All right, let's talk about the weather and take a live look downtown tonight. We might be in the, about the 30s for right now, but gosh, starting Sunday, sounds like we're going to get quite the good dose of spring. We're talking sunshine, we're talking warmer temps.
Yeah.
How warm are we talking?
Well, I think we got 50s tomorrow, but then 60s and eventually later next week 70s.
Wow.
So almost every single day we're adding a little bit more.
Yeah.
A little bit more to the thermometer. It actually felt like a pretty nice evening.
Yeah,
out
it wasn't
there.
bad.
Wasn't bad at all. But a lot of folks were inside because, Jenny, we had sectional finals all across the state for boys basketball. Some folks probably just now trying to get home after some big games. In fact, maybe my hometown won their sectional for the first time in 14 years in Centerville. I know. Knights put up a good fight, though. But we had so many great games across the state. Can't wait to recap them and go into regionals for next week. We're sitting right now in the 30s area-wide, so it's a little bit cool, but we're going to warm things up. Right now, some of us are a little bit warmer, a little bit colder than last night. The winds have kind of calmed down for a second, but it's the wind that's going to help us out the next several days. We've got a warm front that's about to really pass on through, and that's going to supercharge our southwest wind to try to warm us up. And the good news is that I think we're staying dry. You see the system producing a lot of rain from the plains and into the Ozarks. This should scoot just to our south, so we don't have to worry about this thing. Jenny, what we're tracking is this high pressure coming in from the Rockies, and with that, I think we've got several days of sun and several days of warmer weather. We're going to let you know how warm things are going to get and how quickly they're going to get warmer here in just a bit.
All right, see you then. Matt, thanks so much. Metro Police still looking for answers tonight after 6 people overdosed at the same time on the same drug downtown. This is a look at the scene from Friday afternoon near Washington and Alabama streets. Now, as of the last update, 5 of those people are still in the hospital. Investigators believe all 6 overdosed on spice. IMPD Chief Chris Bailey says our unhoused neighbors are especially vulnerable to this drug. That's why Anthony Ventura spends most of his days downtown trying to help people find recovery. He overcame his own addiction, and he recently created the Big Homie Foundation. He takes food, clothes, and necessities to people downtown and encourages others to notice these neighbors.
How can I help you? What's your name? How are you feeling? Because once those walls come down, so many things can be accomplished.
Ventura hopes the city will create some new ways to help those in need. A former IMPD officer charged with voyeurism is arrested again on a new charge, this time in Hancock County. The sheriff tells us Shane Decker was arrested Friday. He's now out on bond. Prosecutors say the felony charge stems from new evidence dating back to October 2018. Court documents allege Decker used his police body cam to record sexual encounters with multiple women without their permission. He's charged with similar crimes in Marion County. Decker's back in court next month. Well, we have an update tonight on a lawsuit claiming Bishop Lourdes High School covered up child exploitation. Our NBC affiliate in Fort Wayne says 3 new plaintiffs have been added to that lawsuit. We reported back in January, families of several female students filed a lawsuit in Marion County. They accuse the Archdiocese and school leaders of failing to report pornographic videos created and sent out by classmates. All right, we have some breaking news we want to get you right now. Metro Police say a person has died after a reported stabbing. Officers were called to Shady View Drive, that's near Shadeland and 42nd Street, less than an hour ago. Detectives say they found a person there with traumatic injuries. That person has died at the scene. We have a crew headed to the scene right now. We'll have more details for you on our 13 News app and on 13 Sunrise tomorrow morning. Well, at the State House this weekend, women gathered to make their voices heard, advocating for gender equality and celebrating the achievements of women in culture, careers, and politics. Our Marina Silva takes us to the rally.
What democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like!
Hundreds of Hoosiers carrying signs and lining the lawn outside the State House Saturday with a message.
While we have never been equal, we have rolled backwards.
Mackenzie Durr was one of the hundreds here on International Women's Day, a day to celebrate the achievements of women and the power of sisterhood.
The women that came here today not only want their voices heard now, but every day in the future.
One of the speakers said, she said that advocacy can be very lonely. You can often feel unsupported and just alone in that process. And whenever she was saying that, I almost grabbed onto her because I've never felt that way. My best friends support me and I get to have that community of girlhood and womanhood, and to continue that strength that we have had for centuries, whether it be invisible or visible, is so important to me.
They want the world to know women are still fighting for equal rights in the workforce, in the world, every day.
I want to make sure that for them, for her niece, my surrogate niece, for all the little girls that are here today with their moms, that they get to live in a world that I got to grow up in, with hope and with a glimmer of what it can be.
International Women's Day has been celebrated for 100 years. In the next 100, the next generation hopes equality is finally achieved. In Indianapolis, Marina Silva, 13 News.
People rallied for women's rights all across the country today. Demonstrators gathered in downtown LA as well. That's what you see here. Some of their signs supporting gender equality and feminism. Others criticizing President Trump and Elon Musk. Organizers say this march was a call to action. Well, tonight, people decked out in red, all to support Riley Hospital for Children. The third annual Red for Our Kids Gala just wrapped up at the top of the hour at 11 o'clock. This annual black tie event raises money for research and treatment at the hospital. It also celebrates Riley's impact on children's health here in Indiana. Tonight's gala also included a big announcement.
We are kicking off a new campaign tonight, and that is a campaign to raise $300 million in service of that mission. And so it's an important kickoff of that campaign. This is the night that we go public with that campaign. We believe that every child deserves Riley.
Every Child Deserves Riley is the largest fundraising effort in the hospital's history. 13 News is proud to partner with Riley on this initiative. And ahead on 13 News at 5 on Monday, our Felicia Lawrence sits down with one Riley family to share why this campaign is so important. It was quite an early morning for people running the 6-miler for the 500 Festival Miler Series. This is the second of 3 races designed to get runners prepped for the mini marathon. Hundreds took off from the start line today at Fowling Warehouse. Race organizers say they are all getting closer to crossing that big finish line in May.
It's great to see them tackling those goals, setting things in their sights, and then coming out and actually doing it and accomplishing it and checking it off their list.
Next up in the series is the 10-miler. Online registration is closed, but you can still sign up for the 10-miler in person on April 5th. The mini marathon is Saturday, May 3rd. Still ahead tonight, IU gets an all-important win over Ohio State. What this means for the Hoosiers as they head into the Big Ten tournament. And later, dry weather and driving winds lead to this, a massive brush fire not far from New York City. We'll share the latest on efforts to get this thing under control.